switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jet. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On first down, Jefferson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
65.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. They complete it to Hill. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. On now is the Titans punter. T.Y. Hilton deep for the Colts. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Let's go. 90. 53. Mike 53. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Hey, twist. Back.
Get it down here to the 43. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. He's going to launch this thing way down. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On the ground with a tight end. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On first down, Love. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Brandon Marshall.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 6. They run with Hines. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line.
First down, Colts.
Second. Right, 674. Defense wins championships, baby. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Run, man. Rush in.
Now a play fake, and it's locked. That's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Check curls. Watch the safety creep. Under 10. 10.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Here we go. Check it back. Set.
Haskins on 3rd down. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's make these babies cry a little bit. Check 26.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Hey, let's get there.
From midfield now, Haskins. And an alley to run. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. A heck of an effort there on the scramble. Leaves him with just 3rd and a yard.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Succop. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 7-7, our score after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they're looking at a second down and 9 to go.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Show it up.
On second down, it's Mack. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the gun, here's Love. Oh, able to avoid him. He's got it to Hilton. Hilton's first catch, good for a 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
On 1st down, it's Long. Funches has it complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funches, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a give, right side. Jefferson, he finds an opening past the 40. And he's into the clear. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type.
Oh, wide open, complete. A big play there for Indy. 73 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Looking to run with Mack. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get
of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now Luck on 3rd and goal. That ball caught by Funchess. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck as his guys are able to regain the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10.
Check safety, check safety. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. It's Hill, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They go play action with Haskins. Looking deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Play action. Haskins. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Now Luck. Complete to Hilton. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on third down, Locke. But he's got his man Hilton. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Subsequent gains of 3, 4, and now 5 yards. Good enough for the first down.
First down.
Luck now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. A good pickup there of 22.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
22 yards. First down, Colts.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll fake it. Now Locke. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. This is Hines. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Off of play action, Locke. Flushed out right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. That ball caught by Funchess. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Complete. Smith has it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Haskins on third down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Haskins now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. He's got Lewis. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing again, here's Haskins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Michael Thomas in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point put through by Succop. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Hines. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing on third down. Love. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll keep it on the ground. Jefferson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Succop. And we are all tied at 28. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking,
pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of start and comes through.
Now a hit and lost the football. It's out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Here's Locke. And he's going to go down again. Jarrell Casey able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special
through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there, with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year, as they have taken the lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Luck now to throw. Campbell making the catch. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check. Check. On. Alert 3. Check. Pick on right. Go. Patsy. He's coming.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Mike up. 240. I hope you go to left because I'm about to take you to school. Shit. Let's go, Mexico. 53's Mike. 53.
To the air again, Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. They complete it to Hill. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Third down. Here's Haskins. Steps away to it. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Luck. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. What damage can he do to us downfield, and who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. 12 yards on the return that time, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Brings up 3rd down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Haskins on the keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
There may be a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check 31.
This time Haskins will look to throw. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. On 2nd down now, Jefferson. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Let's go, let's go. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
From the gun, it's Haskins. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 43. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Haskins now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins dancing to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Back.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. And that's caught by Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Now Haskins on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Timmy Jernigan with a sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, it doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, when that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connections.
And from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass.
And he'll be brought down Colts. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd and 9, Luck. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Luck. And the catch made by Hilton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
1st down, Indianapolis.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Let's go.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll run on 1st down. Hines. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Hey, 53, Mike. Here we go.
Luck. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
On 1st down, Jefferson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Jefferson. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The Titans on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Haskins. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off, and he lost the football. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
At the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, it's locked. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Locke. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
The Colts on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Luck now to throw. Being chased out left. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. They'll run on 1st down. Jefferson. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout. Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game? No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked. It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out. So for the Titans, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.